This is Ryan Elliott for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. I'd like to be joined by Jay Quigley after a very exciting night of action in Liverpool. Jay, first and foremost, how's your night been? Seen a couple of cracking fights tonight.
Some unbelievable fights there, so there was, we were so honoured to have the Cheeseman and Troy fight there before that clinker of a fight there as well between Beefy and Fowler, so it was an unbelievable fight. Two great fights finish off the show, and what an atmosphere. It's just, I keep saying it to everyone I'm chatting to, but it's just great to have all the fans back in here again. The atmosphere is unbelievable.
Let's go to the main event then. Liam Smith just stopped Anthony Fowler in 8 rounds, put him down in the 5th, put him down in the 8th. I think he was surprised though by just how fast Anthony Fowler came out the blocks.
Yeah, well, I think I knew Anthony was going to come out nice and fast and get the best start. Anthony is, he comes from that high pedigree of amateur boxing, is always a good quick starter, very strong early on. I had a fair idea that Liam's plan was to, wear him down throughout the rounds, and if Anthony couldn't keep Liam off for those later rounds, then I thought that this was going to happen. But, Anthony looked very good. I thought he hurt Liam 2 or 3 times in the start of the fight as well. But, Liam's experience came through, his composure. Even when he knocked Anthony down, he went for it a little bit, knew it wasn't there, and took his foot off the gas again. So, yeah, it was a great fight, very interesting fight to watch as well.
Another cracker just before that. I must say Cheeseman-Williamson is one of the best fights I've ever seen live. How do you sum up what we saw in that ring? Absolutely brutal, couldn't take our eyes off it at all.
Yeah, it was, these fans have to be so grateful, because the guys are getting in there, putting everything on the line, and, the heart and, excuse me language, the balls that them guys are showing in there is something else. And I'm here as a boxing fan tonight, and I'm loving it, and I'm very grateful for the lads getting in there and putting it all on the line and entertaining us all out here in the seats. What a night it was.
Let's come on to you before I let you go, Jay. You had some very exciting news. Now, I've spoken to you when you've been close to big fights that haven't happened. That the frustrations have been so close to a Canelo fight, for example. It's here, a world title fight, a WBO middleweight title shot. Is it a relief more than for this point to know it's signed and sealed?
Yeah, it's a relief now that it's done, because, these things be in talks for a little bit, and you'd be wondering, is it going? It never looked like it wasn't going to happen from when it initially started, but it was just getting it over the line and, having been able to say it's on, even in your own mind. And so yeah, it's on now. We're excited. Camp has been going brilliant so far. We're looking forward to getting out to the east coast of America. We all know the Irish fans are something else out there. I'm looking forward to getting out there, getting into the atmosphere, and putting on a great performance come fight night.
As I mentioned here, you've been here before where it's close, but when it was confirmed, that give you a little extra spring in your step going back at training camp knowing it was there?
Yeah, of course. If a world title fight doesn't put a spring in your step, you're in the wrong game, and getting my first world title shot now on November 19th, it has definitely riled me up that wee bit more. Has got me very excited, but we're not getting too excited in the moment of I'm fighting for a world title. We have a job at hand, we have preparations to get done, and it's time to focus on that now, and that's what we're doing exactly.
I'm sure you've seen a lot of Demetrius. What's the approach here? How do you beat Demetrius, Andrade?
Hit him more times than he hits me.
What do you make of him as a fighter, though? Like I say, I'm sure you've seen plenty of him. We've seen him in the Liam Williams fight quite recently. What does he do well?
I actually seen Demetrius in the Chicago World Championships as an amateur when he won them. That was the first time I had my eyes on him, and I was a little bit younger. I wasn't even a senior boxer at the time, and I thought, I like that lad, I like his style and everything. He's a great champion. Look, he's a 2-weight world champion. He's a former amateur world champion, and look, he's a great fighter. I'm looking forward to getting in there, sharing the ring with him, giving it my absolute all, and taking that title back home to Ireland.
Jay Quigley, thank you as always for speaking of Boxing Social. I'm sure we'll catch you nearer the fight. Have a good evening.